So here's the challenge I want to leave you with, and I really encourage you as a business owner or maybe someone that's trying to build a business to think about something. If you were to take a look at your calendar in a 7-day week, not just the work days, not just the weekends, but overall, how much time are you intentionally putting into yourself that is not work, that's not even necessarily family, but that is just specific time that you need to put in on your own to improve and be a better version of yourself? I think if you really honestly look at that, you'd be surprised that a lot of people don't put a lot of time into improving who they are. And the problem is, you can't just give and give and give and give from a tank that is empty. What's up, my friends? I hope you're doing fantastic. You may have noticed lately, over the last maybe couple of months, that I've started doing a lot of different activities. I started disc golfing more, I started golfing more, and I recently, just out of nowhere, decided to purchase, well, it's time for some new adventures, I decided. And got a mountain bike. Let's do this. Now here's what's important to realize, and here's the reason that I've been doing those things. Over the last bunch of years, I have worked really hard at building business and working. And that's all great stuff, don't get me wrong. But what I've started to really realize is that it's incredibly important to take time to work on yourself. And I mean that physically, you need to work on yourself for workout stuff, just keeping yourself in shape. You also just need to work on yourself and give yourself some time to think and process things and take time away from work every once in a while. It's obviously very important to take care of your physical health. That's a no-brainer, but that's something that I really have neglected over the last bunch of years, especially over the last 5, I'd say, since I started building my business and working really hard. I spend a lot of time sitting at computers or just doing nothing physical, and by the time I get home and hang out with the family, and then I just want to take a break, and I just sit on the couch and just kind of just try to relax after a long day, I realize that it's not really great for my overall health to eat like crap and then not really ever do anything physical. And maybe like you, I make up a lot of excuses, like the fact that I don't have time to work out, or I don't enjoy this, or I don't enjoy that. Problem is, you can make up all the excuses you want, but you're not going to get into better shape or take care of your body better if you don't actually put intentional effort into it. And here's the thing, if you look from an outsider perspective, you may see me as a person that changes my mind nonstop and picks up things and then tries things and then does something else and tries something else. And the honest truth is that is a lot of what I do. I like to kind of go full force into something and experiment and see if it's actually something I like, and then if I really like it, I continue. And if I don't, I honestly don't care what it looks like to the outside perspective. If it's something that I don't enjoy, I move on and I pick up something else. But it's not just about stepping off the freeway to keep yourself more physically active. It's also really important to keep your brain focused by taking some time away from work every once in a while, doing other activities that aren't about work, to just make sure that your brain is in the right spot. It's really hard to be 100% focused all the time and be working, never having time to actually process what's next and what's the future look like, and am I on the path that I want to be. I really have found that it's been important for me to take that time away, whether it's doing an activity or whether it's just being by myself and working on something, or vision casting for the future, deciding what I want to do next. Those things are very important, and they're things that I've kind of always pushed off to the side because I really try to find other things to fill my time with, but they're just crucial to the actual success of what happens in the business. So you've heard people talk before about burnout, the idea of going and then eventually you just have nothing left and you just can't even move forward anymore. And I'm not at that place, and I don't ever want to get to that place. But I realize how possible it is to go and think that you're basically invincible and that you'll never get tired of doing something. And I just have found in my life that that's really not how I operate. And I do get tired of things, and I have to move on from things, and I have to pivot, and I have to constantly just have different things going on in my life. But I'm realizing that instead of just being frustrated with myself that I constantly have to just find new things to do, I look at it now as like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with that to me. There's nothing wrong with me picking up and starting new things and moving on and picking up different activities and just experimenting with things, because I know that ultimately it is better for me emotionally and mentally and physically to be able to just change things up. And I feel like I'm a better version of myself when I do those things. Sometimes we can beat ourselves up as business owners by feeling like we have to just be always on and always working and always grinding and hustling nonstop. But for me, I just don't really think that that's how I have to operate. And I feel like I have kind of operated that way for the last bunch of years. And I really realized that I've had some success in business, but I haven't enjoyed every aspect of it, because when I look back, I realized that I haven't enjoyed the time enough with family or friends or just random activities, because I didn't want it to look like I was taking time off work. I wanted to look like I was nonstop going, nonstop hustling, working harder than the rest of the people. And I think I just realized that like the success, I've talked about this in other videos before, isn't about like what this person's done or this person's done. It's about, do I love the life that I'm living? And if I don't, or if I'm on the road to a place that I don't want to be, I need to do all I can to put myself in the best position to succeed in what I think is success in life, which is my faith, my family, friends, and just enjoying life. Life is a gift and we need to enjoy it a little bit more. Hope this helps you today. Thanks for watching.